Wednesday morning. The Sanders McNeil House is located in downtown Beaumont, and they're celebrating a grand reopening today in conjunction with the Terrell Historical Library.
The house was built in 1895, and it's one of Beaumont's oldest homes.
Kelsey's there this morning to talk about one feature that is really unique in this home, but it's almost, if not comparable to what we saw in the Terrell earlier this morning, a spiral staircase by the same person?
Yes, and that's what connects these two, and that's why they're celebrating the grand reopenings and having open houses together on the same day this afternoon, because this staircase kind of connects the two. And Mr. Sanders was who built this house way before the oil boom in Beaumont. So this goes back so far into Beaumont's history. And it is the Sanders McNeil house because, Susanna, of your family that came in and saved this place.
That's right. Back in the 80s, it was scheduled for demolition, and the Heritage Society contacted my parents, and they bought it, and they restored it top to bottom, found all kinds of lovely surprises as they were doing it, and thanks to our good friends Imelda and Harvey, they had a second restoration that is part of what we're doing today as far as having the open house and showing all these wonderful things that Robert Sanders created back in the 1890s.
Yeah, and if we look at this staircase, this one to me has a lot more detail than the one we saw in the Terrell Library. And if you look around this house, I'm guessing Mr. Sanders is responsible for a lot of the other wood carving that we see in mantles and doorways.
Yes, all the decor on the inside, the decoration on around the fireplace surrounds, the bookshelves, the table, everything he did. He did it by hand. He was a master carpenter, and he was doing this in an age when things were starting to be mass produced. So to have a house from this era that shows all this hand carved loveliness in every room is a real treasure.
Yeah. So it's been used for law offices for the past several years, and now it's empty. So does your family have plans for this home?
Well, we'd like to find somebody who would love history and love to office here. We have other interests, and we don't have anyone at the moment that wants to have an office. Yeah. So we hope to find that perfect person.
And I want to kind of go into this room again and just look at some of the different things you have set up in this room. A couple of different furniture items that people in the community have come forward to say Mr. Sanders is responsible for this bookcase. I want you to have it. So I think that's really special that you have some extra pieces of history involved.
Yeah, it's really funny, and it still happens today. Even after all these years, somebody will come and say, I have a picture of this, or I have a piece of furniture. So that's been part of the collecting process, and you'll see bits and pieces of it throughout the house.
Yeah. So 2:30 this afternoon, it's probably going to be raining, but everything you want to see is inside the Sanders McNeil house in downtown Beaumont. 2:30 is when the tours will start. They'll wrap up here around 4 o'clock, and that's when you can head to the Terrell Historical Library and tour the library. So you get two great experiences to come into Beaumont's history at one time this afternoon, guys.
Yeah, and thanks for pointing out 1895, because like you said, oil comes to Southeast Texas 1901. We had a lot of mansions, but this was pre-Spindletop. So to me, that makes it that much more unique to see this house. I love that wallpaper behind you as well. All right, thanks, Kelsey, for giving us some insight again. Kelsey's job and her mission, she does it well. People, places, things that make us who we are here in Southeast Texas. A great example this morning.
Yeah, take advantage of it. That's
no
cool.
kidding.
I'm excited to go through all of it.
Still to come this morning, Dana's up. He's going to tell us how long we can expect the rain to last.